Hello, everybody. This is Valet Games. Welcome back to our um Diablo 2 playthrough. Sorry, had to think for a second. This is the new Warlock DLC that they've added for. Did I say Diablo 2? I might have said Diablo 4. This is the Warlock they've added for the upcoming Diablo 4 expansion. They've added this to Diablo 2 to like tease that. So we're jumping in and taking a look at this. I've been calling Akara my big booby goth girlfriend. I don't know if that's gonna get me canceled. I have a big booby goth girlfriend who looks a lot like that. I'm not just objectifying women, I promise. Well, I kind of am, but I don't mean it. So I apologize. I'm sorry, women. Don't make me pull out my Roderick. I don't think anyone really cares, but some people are sensitive about stuff like that. And if it's not your intention to offend anyone, what's the big deal? Just go on. Oh, sorry. I guess that's the kind of world we live in, though, where admitting culpability to something kind of spirals into, well, you're just, that's it, you know? I don't think we as a culture have a lot of grace in our hearts, and that's not to say everyone deserves it, but I don't know, people change, you know? It's not to say people shouldn't be held accountable for their actions, but I'm not the same person I was 5 years ago, and neither are you. And if you are the same person you were 5 years ago, you're probably a bad person, you know? Um, I don't even know if I'm going the right way. I should check that. Burial grounds next to the cold plains. We'll go back and see if there's any other doorways, but I know it's the same thing. And this is, again, I don't, you know, these are all just observations of someone who's thinks they're autistic and stays on the outside and watches a lot. I don't have kids. I don't, you know, I'm just a regular dude. This is all just my thoughts. But it's the same thing with, kids, where sometimes, um, or not sometimes, a lot of times I feel adults forget what it's like being a kid when they were a kid. And so they'll, well, I'm an adult. I don't think you should be doing that from my adult perspective. And it's like, yeah, but don't you remember being 12? Like, they're not gonna. They're 12, you know? I feel like a lot of the times it's the same, just on a larger scale. When some stuff is deserved, some people don't deserve to come back from, like, yeah, okay, you might change, but that doesn't mean we're gonna let you be famous or do this or do that again. But sometimes it's shit like, you know, she called him this 15 years ago. Cancelled. And again, it's all situational, right? If they're still like, yeah, let's just a normal word I use. Who cares? That's one thing. But a lot of the times, these people are aren't, they're coming out going, "Hey, yeah, this was a mistake. I'm gonna go disappear for a little while now," and then they never really undisappear. I don't know. I don't have any ideas about it. I'm just talking about it. It's just something, you know, I notice socially. I don't necessarily think, it's always coming from a bad place or it's undeserved. That's just to say that a lot of the times, people just in general aren't very. We're getting less and less empathetic, I feel. Maybe I feel like I've seen articles all about this, the empathy gap or whatever, but um, I don't really pay credence to stuff like that, where it's like, oh, the world was better 10 years ago and now it's shit. I don't. The world's always been shit. The world's always been good to some people. It's gonna keep spinning around. It depends on what side you're on and how. But, um, we're very, we're not very big on growth as people. We want to see our heroes and our celebrities at the end of the process, um where they're already good people. We don't want, for them to come out and go, "Hey, I made a mistake. I was a different person. Now I'm this kind of person." We want them to already be there. But we don't want to allow people the chance to get there.
Beware, beyond lies mortal danger for the light. Beware, the evil is. Beware.
Can I go ahead still? Oh, I can. Cool. So this is where we're supposed to be going. I don't know where to or how to wrap up that tangent I was on other than yeah, just put yourself in their shoes. You know, I didn't call someone the N-word on live TV, but I've made mistakes in my life and I'm not the same person I was before I made those mistakes. Some stuff like that, that's like, yeah, you screw up like that, there's gonna be repercussions, right? But um I don't know. I don't see a lot of examples where then those people are, 10 years later allowed to go, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I've changed. Let's go sell some stuff. And then allowed to be reintegrated. It's kind of just, you're out. But I have a very I don't know, I'm very conflicted about it. So on the one hand, it is like, no, I want people to have, there should be repercussions for your actions, but oh shit. There should be, repercussions for actions and stuff like that. There's unforgivable stuff and all of that aside. I'm not talking about stuff like that. I'm talking about imagine, I don't know, fucking Coldplay guy who cheated on his wife. Um, cheating on your wife is bad. I don't think you should cheat on your wife. I don't agree with that. I agree with publicly shaming people who cheat on their wives. But also, I don't know what's that guy been doing. He's rich. He's probably fine. Like I don't have to worry about him, But social circle wise, now he's just a Coldplay cheating on his wife guy for the rest of his life. And some of you go, good, as he should be. And some of you are in the same position he has been in, who are saying that, you know? Um, and that's more so where I get annoyed, where I'm like, yeah, what he did was wrong, but also you're being a hypocrite right now because I've seen you do 1,200 things just as bad. Or I've seen you do, 1,200 things just like it, and it's just the fact that it's a different flavor of coffee that his is wrong and, he needs to go to jail forever. Um, I don't know. That's a cultural thing where I think we've just it's not necessarily that, everyone's bad and has evil in their hearts. It's just um I think it was very much part of the pandemic culture of like other people are dangerous and other people can hurt me, and to stay safe I have to prioritize myself despite what other people want, or think, or and I don't necessarily think it's that everyone's shitty. I just think it's that society has like changed to the point where everyone's been, it's truly a capitalistic jungle now where it's like the strong survive and the weak die, as they should. And no one's like, no, the weak shouldn't die because I've been weak before and that sucks being there. Like, we should help them. People are turning that part of their brains off. I think we'll have studies, I do, that come out about how, the pandemic in America shifted how we treat each other and how we view each other. And that'll be a big thing, but I don't know. I'm no sociologist. I'm just a crazy guy playing Diablo on YouTube. Yeah, why not? Can I get that now? Yeah, sick. I don't know what I'm looking for. Cemetery. I'm looking for cemetery by Cold Plains. So I don't know if that means I need to go out of Cold Plains or if it's going to be a side area within Cold Plains. But I guess we'll find out. After my ranting and raving. I don't know. I get it because as a normal person, you're like, why the fuck would you ever do that in the first place, you know? But then as a person who's made mistakes, you're like, well, I don't think that should just be the end of their life. People are capable of doing some pretty stupid shit, and life happens. And, you know, who are you to judge at the same time? I know plenty of people that have pulled themselves back up from rock bottom. And I'm glad they have, and I'm glad they had the chance to get there to do that. And I don't know. I think we should be more open to, you know, the idea that people can do that and less wary of what if they don't do that? What if, you know? Then they just rot in jail for the rest of their life. Same as, you know, same as the other way. What do you mean, what if? Don't you want to give them a chance first before they rot in jail for the rest of their life? I don't know. I don't run the country. I'm not in charge of stuff. I get the arguments on both sides. How do I... Okay, hold to move. There we go. I don't know. The death penalty is one thing. I'm not touching that, right? But just in general. Yeah, that dude deserves to be homeless. He robbed a bank. What? That's how you think about that? You don't think how did he get there? How did he rob that bank? What did he need? You know, what? You don't talk to the guy, you don't learn about it. It's just criminal jail done. It's a coping mechanism. It's a survival mechanism. People have to, you know, categorize and think of other people like that. Um so they can continue just ignoring it and living their privileged lives, you know. Yeah. I get that it makes you sad. It's a sad thing. That's how the world works. Sad things make you sad. Let's use that to make it less sad. I don't know. I'm not a politician. I'm not in charge of anything. I don't want to be. I just get frustrated sometimes. To the cave, is that it finally? No, Blood Raven in the burial grounds next to Cold Plains. I have no clue where this place is. I guess the trick is to just keep running in a circle and hope you find it, huh? And I think part of that's the school system. You know, the school system doesn't do a very good job of teaching us how to balance multiple ideas or multiple schools of thought. That's kind of a skill you have to learn on your own. Where the school goes, no, this is the right answer, and there's no variation on the right answer. You know, they're training you not to be media literate so you don't question them. So you don't go, hey, I don't know about that. Using my critical thinking skills, that doesn't quite line up with everything I've seen and what I believe and what I've known to be true in the past. They're trying to erase that skill. And they've succeeded for a large part. Reading comprehension right now is abysmal in schools. But so is everything. Kind of the state of the country at the moment. Something about doom and gloom makes me talk about depressing stuff, I guess. Not even depressing. Not very entertaining though. It's not good it's not good radio. Okay. What are we doing? Other than running around hopelessly lost. Is this the graveyard? We got scroll of town. Yes, it is the burial grounds.
Undead make
Perfect.
servants.
This is where we needed to go. All right. Well, there you have it, everyone. I think I'll wrap it up here. Sorry for the kind of politically charged commentary. It's not, I wasn't trying to be political. I don't know. I care about other people. And I feel like I was told the solution to that is to not care about other people. It's like, no, the solution to that is to help other people more. Oh, actually, this is the Blood Raven guy I need to kill. You know, the solution to... When has the solution to any of your problems been to just ignore it? Never. So why is that the approach we're taking with humans? And then sometimes that turns political. But if humanity makes me political, what's that say about your politics? You know? Sorry, not sorry. Okay, well, there we have it. I want that. Oh, I'll let the cutscene play. Oh, I think he's gonna explode, actually. If I remember right. Oh, maybe not.
May your madness have a swift end.
I want that scimitar. How did I drop again? There we go. Scimitar. Alright, well, there you have it, everyone. This has been Valet Games. This is where I'm gonna wrap up this quest, I think. We'll go turn it back in, and yeah, you know the drill. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. Any way you interact with the video helps me out. Let me know if you guys want to see some more of this, what you guys are playing, if you want to team up for some online stuff, I don't know. And I'll catch you next time. Yeah, thanks.